All right, in this video, I'm gonna rant about the single biggest problem that I see in West Coast swing dancers in group classes. So recently we've been traveling and teaching as far away as Norway, and these things happen right here in this space in our studio. So let's talk about what you can do to improve your West Coast swing the most. And I'll also tell you why I think it happens. The single biggest thing that we see is people don't understand their basic footwork. Now, this is a leaders followers problem, and it's different for leaders followers. So leaders, in the beginning, you're gonna have to be able to dance a push, and I make my students do this, a pass, and a whip all by yourself to music. So if you can't do this, repeat this. Push, some sort of pass, I don't even care which one it is, some sort of pass, and a whip all by yourself to music, then you're in trouble. So you have to do that because there's so many things we have to worry about, techniques and lead and follow, and we're learning new moves. This crops up the most as people are moving from beginner class into intermediate class, and teachers have this problem all the time. We have this problem. This person doesn't belong in this class, but I promise you do, provided you have this footwork to start. But now I'm going to explain why I think it happens. Recently I was teaching couples dancing, and they had me teach a line dance class the next hour. And what I found was line dancers learn 48 counts of footwork super easy, no problem. And then I walked into the West Coast swing class and I said, push, pass, and whip by yourself to music, and it falls apart. Now, why is that? Well, because when we're learning line dance, we just have to worry about the dance that we're doing, and we're just worried about our footwork. I don't care what I don't have a partner. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about this.
We're not reliant on a partner.
And I'm not worried about leading the line dance, right? So first of all, we all have to know our basic patterns, right? And that's why this happens, is in the beginning, and this is where it starts to become a problem, is in class. I remember when I was learning to partner dance and I was learning in teacher training, and they would teach us a move in Ballroom, and I didn't really pay attention to my coach teaching it, so I would go, okay, I'll follow first. Megan, you lead me. Why? Because I didn't know the footwork, and so if Megan led me, then that meant I might know what the step might be because she's gonna give me a little information. So immediately, because I was lazy, my brain shut off, and it was easier to do the follows roll. So right from beginner class as the followers, you have to learn your footwork, because yes, if you dance with a slightly more experienced dancer and he pulls on your hand, you're gonna kind of know where to go. But if it was a line dance class and there was no one to make your feet move, it wouldn't work, right? So as we go on, so we're gonna know our basic footwork, that's number one. I don't know if you have anything to rant about, I'm on a roll. But as we move into an intermediate class, if you do know your basic patterns, push, pass, whip, inside turn, sugar tuck, tuck turn, kind of those patterns, if you know those moves, then you'll be good when you go to intermediate class. And now things get different. Okay, I know my whip, right? At this point, because I know my whip footwork and Megan knows hers, just a little bit of a lead makes the pattern work. Okay, but now you're in a group class and you have to worry about leading a move, and there's something else that goes on, right? This is where it's different leaders, followers. Because right now, that's a whip with an inside turn, just a variation, right? It's basic whip footwork for me. So this is where we start to look at it differently. We both know our basic footwork at this point. That's not gonna take too many brain cells. Megan has different footwork than I do. So what's Megan have to do? And followers, I'm talking to you. At this point, the teacher's gonna teach the footwork of a whip with an inside turn, 3 and 4. And now this is different. You step forward before you go back, anchor, step. So you came out of beginner class, you might not have seen that before. Your job is to just learn that footwork, right? My job as the leader is now different. I know I don't have to do different footwork. I now have to take my extra brain cells, and I know my footwork. Now I have to go count 4. This is a basic whip. But then the teacher said, I'm gonna put this hand through and I'm gonna raise this hand up. Well, if I do that, I didn't do a great job of leading her, but because she knew her footwork, that it was possible, I only need to do a little bit of that lead right. Now, if Megan doesn't know that at all, then I can, because I'm an experienced dancer, I can start putting her in those places and getting her to, that's pretty bad, Megan. You made me look like a terrible leader. But as an advanced leader, I can kind of manipulate you through the pattern. I know where your weight needs to be. I can put your weight on that foot. I can put your weight on that foot, leading you to get you to go underneath, right? And this is, again, where the followers kind of shut off because they're not line dancers. They're not just worried about their footwork. The leaders can help them. But if you know your footwork cold, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it doesn't take too much of a lead for the leaders. So when you move into intermediate class, you better darn well know all your basic patterns, right? Number 1, know your footwork. If you're learning a pattern here on YouTube, be able to do the footwork to that pattern by yourself. Followers, I'm talking to you. If I say whip with an outside turn, Megan just goes whip. She knows this footwork outside turn, anchor, step. So now we're in some class and we have this move with a whip with an outside turn. I don't have to worry about pushing her through those steps. She knows that. Now as the leader, all I need to do is worry about what the teacher explained. We're going to lead a whip with the right hand. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to pick up this hand underneath 4. And then, oh, I messed it up. Okay. Well, we need to lead forward on 4 leaders, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Prep her forward on 4. Now, as I take the hands up, oh, look at that. It went better. Why? She knew her footwork, and it just took me a time or two to pay attention to the leads. I wasn't worried about my basic whip footwork. I think that's why our classes go over really well when we travel and teach. It's because we almost always start with a basic pattern first. We eyeball the room, and we're not cheating as teachers. Meaning, we do have a plan of what we're teaching for the day. The question for us is, how well does this group class know the basic patterns of the footwork? If they don't, I will make them do a basic whip, right? We'll drill the basic whip footwork. Boring. A lot of us cool, intermediate, and advanced dancers hate that, but it's because we didn't get comfortable with that footwork. If I could just say, do a whip, and we're dancing to music, cool, do a whip with an outside turn, right? Then how hard is it to add in the hands to the cool move? It's not super hard because we knew that stuff. If you want more of my philosophy on West Coast Swing, head on over to West Coast Swing Online. In your email address on the first page, you'll become part of our Move of the Week Club. We've crossed over 20,000 people that get that every Tuesday at 2. You guys can email us. And if you want to see another video, I'm just going to let YouTube suggest what you should watch next right here. See you on the dance floor.